What is the story behind Dente?
The story behind Dente started about 6 years ago. I was working for a very large established practice, fast paced. There was not a lot of deep listening to the patient's wants and needs. And one day I realized that there was a big need for heart-centeredness and deep listening and time management. So I decided to open my own office to provide the best quality of care, especially connection to a human behind the teeth. It's not about the teeth only, it's about how that patient could feel like family as well.
When did you decide to start your own dentistry and why?
The idea of starting my own practice, which I call it Dente, was because I worked for a very large practice when I first started working as a dentist about 8 years ago. Within that first year, I noticed their vision and their mission and their goals weren't aligned with my values as a human. I noticed that there was not deep listening and true care for the patient's wants and needs, and even their time. So I decided that I would bring to the community a space where patients would trust, that they would come in with their fears and walk out with a smile. So then Dente was born.
What do you love most about being a dentist?
What I love the most about being a dentist, it truly goes beyond the tangible physical teeth. It goes deep into the human soul. It's more on the emotional and the psychological effect a beautiful smile and a healthy mouth gives out on a human. I feel that we can only connect to others if we feel connected to ourselves. So when I see a patient that's afraid, that judges himself, and I could easily break down their walls and ease their anxiety, that's what really makes me love my profession and what gets me up in the mornings.
What are your goals as a practice?
Our goals as a practice is very clear. We care about time management. We respect people's times. We run on time 99% of the time. But truly, we care about the human behind the teeth. We care about their hearts and what they need and what they desire. So it's truly based on their transformation and their client experience. To walk through the doors as if you're going to see a family member, not a dentist that's going to cause any harm.
Is there any funny anecdote that you usually share with your patients or relatives?
I typically ask patients how many times a day they brush. Most answer that once, and I always say, I bet it's in the mornings, right? They automatically laugh and they kind of feel exposed. And I tell them that it's very normal because most people choose one time a day and they usually choose the mornings. Because as humans, we're very trained to want to be validated by society. We want to smell good for others. We want to look good for others. But when it comes to ourselves, that time at night, the time that matters most, where your teeth should be clean so that the entire night you don't have bacteria eating away at your gums, we tend to neglect ourselves. We tend to say no to self-care and yes to society. So I give them this line, especially to small children, and it's, we brush at nights to keep our teeth, and we brush in the mornings to keep our friends. We don't want to have bad breath going to school. We don't want to be rejected by our colleagues because we don't smell good. Therefore, we're always going to brush in the mornings. So if you're going to pick one time a day to choose to brush, choose nighttime, because automatically your behavior will be to brush in the mornings.
Prospects always ask us these questions, and we would like for you to answer some. Why should I choose Dente Miami as my family dentistry?
Why would I choose Dente Miami as my family dentistry practice? Every human has this deep ache for connection and honesty, transparency, integrity, and deep listening. And we as a practice, we have these values at our foundation. So if this resonates with you, if you want to be taken care of and cared for, we are the practice for you.
What makes you different or unique from the other practices?
I believe that what makes Dente different from every other practice is two main things. One, our ability to run on time and respect people's times as a number one priority. And number two is our dedication to heart-centeredness and deep listening. We care. We really care about the human behind the teeth. And we do everything possible to make you feel at home, to make you feel cared for.
Tell us about your experience with Founders Healthcare Marketing. How has Founder improved your business?
Founders Healthcare Marketing System has been a wonderful idea to take on. Number one, they have the ability to really reach out to very good patients, high quality patients, patients that I enjoy talking to, patients that I have a good time working on. And they have improved my practice because they are giving me hope that I could actually reach out patients that are ready to transform and that are gonna walk through the doors valuing what I have to offer. They come in already happy and aligned with my essence, which is what I'm here for.
Did you have another marketing company before working with Founders? If yes, how was it compared to our services at Founder?
I have indeed had a few marketing services before, some online and some just regular mail. They didn't work. They were very pricey. I wasn't listened to. I was looked more as a number and a client and not as part of the team. I feel that Founders has the ability to make us feel as we're part of a circle. No one's in the center, no one's higher, no one's lower. We all communicate and we have one target in mind, which is getting the right type of patients to become part of the dental family. So they are on point, great customer service, great prices, and a beautiful smile all the time on the other side of the phone.
Has the linking services changed your business and how?
The LinkedIn services are changing my business. We are on an early on phase. We've been together for about 4 months and I already feel how it's changing. There's a lot of patients reaching out. Patients are active online. There are professionals that have a life, but they need a dentist. And they're looking at me as the local dentist that has something to offer of value, which is exactly what I want.
How was Founder getting you connected with new patients?
Founders has this magical ability to reach out to the patients when they are actually thinking that they need a dentist. I have had a few patients in the chair tell me, I'm here because of you. I'm here because you reached out to me when I was actually thinking, oh, I need to find a dentist. And to me, that's unbelievable. They have this recruiting ability and a back-end system that is very impressive. And I could tell because the patients feel that it's me really talking to them. So they are able to be the middle person and communicate my essence as a dentist without me really being there, because I can't be everywhere at the same time.
How much has your patient list grown since you started working with Founders?
Our patient list is growing, is actively growing. They have referred me about 240 patients. From those, about 12 have made it to the office and have become solid patients of ours. We have a lot of different pending new appointments coming in. So I believe slowly but surely we're exponentially going to continue to grow our list of patients together.
Would you recommend Founders to others and why?
I would highly recommend Founders to others, and this is why. They have the best customer service. They always reply really quickly, with a smile, with ideas. Their team is very professional. I feel taken care of, listened to. They're very on time in everything they do, which is all the values that Dente has. So I feel we're so aligned, and I would only love for them to grow as much as I get to grow. So I would highly recommend them to anyone that's in the healthcare field, 100%.